So today I wanted to go over sort of, well, it sounds a bit like what can you get away with in photography or videography for that matter. Now, obviously I don't specialize in videography and there's plenty of other people which can comment and talk about that. But in general, when it comes to certain issues or, well, not issues, but certain jobs, you don't need the best of everything and you don't need the best image quality or the best video. And a good example is real estate. Now I'm doing quite a lot of, well, real estate to my American friends, but I'm doing a lot of work for sort of estate agents and stuff recently. And we're doing like walkthrough videos where it's just one continuous loop. And then we do some drone photos, bit of drone footage as well. And it's really quick and it's something I can do because I just do one hit around the house. And then we just do the speed ramps and the video itself doesn't take long at all. It's shot as is, burnt in. We're not shooting C-log or anything like that because there's just no point. And yeah, it is a bit rough and ready in spaces, but actually what's required for those videos, because they've only got to be about 1.5 minutes long, they're just there to quickly tell a story and just to showcase something. So you don't need something really fancy. And in that space, I know that there's a lot of people which use things like the DJI Osmo, because it's just really quick and simple, and the color straight out of the camera is really good, and how it actually balances the exposure in bright parts and dark parts. And then other people actually just use an iPhone, which, you know, these days it's pretty good. And just for those sort of things, those walkthrough shots, it's absolutely ideal. So that's one thing sorted. So you can get away with something really basic as an iPhone or, you know, Samsung, whatever you want to use, and get the results, because the actual output isn't like a heavily edited video where you're showcasing a £3 million mansion. And even in those cases, they don't use that, and I've seen poor photography as well. So, you know, it's like the product selling itself. And it's the same with photos as well. You can go to the nth degree editing and make sure everything is perfect, nothing is out of place. But in actual fact, is it really required? Do we need all that editing? What I find is that a lot of the work I do is bulk editing in Lightroom. It's, you know, one sort of color grade fits all because it's my style, and then it's just tweaked accordingly. And the main issue is getting it back to the client and making sure that they've got enough content to fill their month or for the next 2 months, whatever they're paying for. But this can also be achieved with some basic stuff. A lot more people now are using their phones, and they're doing like their own little courses. They're using things like Snapcut and all those little sort of apps which everyone's paying into, and they're great. Even the subscription models for those are ideal, and they can get exactly what they need really quickly. So in all, you just need the basics really. And I think that when you're looking as a client, whether it's photography or videography, you really have to look at, what do you need? Do you need all the bells and whistles? Can we save some money there? Can we use it for other things like paid promotion, or can we use it to collab with other creators and so on and so forth? That's where you're going to be earning the most money. Having, for instance, really cinematic videos for, say, talking heads, what's it going to generate for you? People aren't looking for absolutely pristine talking head videos. They just want the content to be there. And that is the key. It's about the content. So if you get that right, and the story and the art direction, everything else will fall in place. That's why a lot of people these days, content creators who create their own work and all these TikTok influencers and stuff, they're able to do it just with a microphone and a phone, because they understand that's all they need to capture what they're saying and what their story is. So just bear that in mind next time you either book a creative or you're looking at your business and seeing what you need to create.